I've been away from home too long, and I'm needed there. But before I go, I need to speak to the young lord here. Alone.
Talk to me? What about?
You most likely don't even realize how much your situation has changed. And how your importance has grown.
My importance? How do you mean?
Patience. All in good time. And I need a word with you as well, Henry.
With me?
Yes, it's about Hans. But first you have to take care of your brother, I understand. He clearly meant a lot to you. To all of you. It's true I never met him, but I'll have a requiem mass said for him at home.
Sir, I'm not sure he'd appreciate that.
Why not?
I'll tell you later. It's a bit complicated.
All right. Henry, come and see us by the horses in front of the gate when you've done what you need to do. But wait until after I've had my private chat with Hans. Not everything we have to discuss is for your ears. Go with God, friends. I hope we'll meet again.
Farewell, Hanush. God be with you.
Follow me, Hans.
It's a real shame about Samuel.
Henry, we have to talk.
You were
A Jewish burial has special rights. Well, without me...
I should take care of Sam's body. I can't just leave him there at the mercy of the ravens.
I understand that. But there's a problem. As you probably know, Jews have their own burial rights. And they're different from our Christian ones.
Of course I know what to do. For Jews, the custom is to lay the dead body on the ground, cover it with a shroud, and light a candle by the head. The washing of the body and other steps before the burial have to be done by Jews. So we should take Samuel to Colleen as soon as possible, so the rabbi can take care of it.
I'm constantly amazed how much you learned in such a short time. Go and take care of him the way he'd have wished. We'll take him on a wagon to his relatives in Colleen as soon as we can.
You'll come with me?
Why not? I've never been to Colleen, and I'm in no hurry to get back to Uzhitz.
Well, at least the rest of you came through the battle alive.
It was a close shave. They brought a trebuchet and rained down one shot after another. They smashed the tower and the gate to pieces. We might have managed to hold the gate a while longer, but we'd have died of hunger sooner or later. There was nothing left to eat, but I'm glad those Prague fuckers didn't take our silver from the Italian court.
They shot at you from a
It's a match for the finger of God, I can tell you. Once they've got it aimed, it hits the same spot time and time again. It knocks down walls just like a bombard. Twice a year is quite enough for an experience like that.
Did you save the silver?
Aye. You came in the nick of time. Their path to it was clear. There was nothing stopping them. I hope it'll be put to good use. And I hope they'll remember us when they're distributing it. I don't have anywhere to live, so some coin...
Maybe after all that, Hannah shall put in a word and you'll get your parish back.
I'd have to want it back. No. I don't want to spend another moment listening to old women's confessions.
What the hell did you eat?
The men cut up leather belts and tried to cook them. It wasn't any good. Janos Uher cooked something up out of ash, weeds, and sawdust. Then we were all so hungry that the rum... And then came the worst.
Oh.
No. We ate the only part of our gear you don't need in battle. Stinking braise.
I bet you didn't expect you'd have to brush off your fighting skills because of us, did you?
That's true. I thought I'd find you in a tavern with some girls. Give you both a clip around the ear and drag you back home. And instead, this. But we survived. Praise be to God.
And thanks to you.
Come now. At least I had some excitement in my old age, and saw home again. But I hope you won't give me any more trouble, and I can devote my...
What will you do now that it's all...
First, I'll help you sort out Sam's burial. Then we'll see what the Lord has in store for us. It seems we've still got a fair bit of silver, and we should put that... And maybe I'll spend some more time at the Devil's Den. If there...
So you'll stay with you?
Well, it's not that I'm not fond of the bar, but it's like this. I'd much rather drink with them than risk my neck again. Besides, I don't know if there's anyone worth risking my neck for. Or
What's the proper...
you have to lay the dead body. Will
Take care then.
God be with...
Musa,
It is terrible what happened. Please accept my...
what were the last few days like?
What is a lot? Even one, but if you had not come,
What's your plan now?
I would like to stay here for a while. Or it is a pity Catherine cannot show me around. Keep her close, friend, or you will lose her.
I better be off.
It was good to see you, Henry.
God, I shouldn't have left you, Sam. I won't leave you here like this.
Always be in my heart, Sam.
I'll prepare the burial your faith demands. Catherine, you alright?
I'm all right. Oh, thank God you came back safe and sound. You kept your word.
I said I would, didn't I?
We both know it could have ended badly.
No, it couldn't. I gave you my word, and I keep my word.
You liar.
I wanted you to be at least slightly happy. Are you happy?
I can never be happy again. It just isn't possible. There are things you can never unsee.
I know what you mean. I tried to stop looking back. Look forwards.
If only I could.
You can. And admit it. You're happier than you were yesterday. Just a little. But you are, aren't you?
I am.
You see?
At least we chased those bastards away.
Thank you for the...
I was afraid
So did I.
you lied to me.
Well, just a bit.
I'm not angry. It was nice.
I needed someone to share my burden. At least for a while.
So did I. Let's not talk about it. There's no need.
Well, the last few days here in the fortress must have been awful.
The same as everyone else, I suppose. Aye, we got hungrier and hungrier. But you forget about that after a while. The worst thing was the fear. That...
I wanted to tell you that,
Oh, come now.
No, it's true. After all you've been through, never complained. And we couldn't have done it without you. And I hope you'll get to know peace.
What's come over you?
They should have, though.
What did you mean, one of the brave?
Someone from back home. I think you'd like her. What's your plan now?
Now? The simple things in life. A long bath, a good meal, brush my hair.
I need all that as well. I was talking about the future. What will become of... us.
Us? Who knows? Maybe it would be good to have someone to hold me again when I go to sleep. But I've grown out of dreams. They hardly ever come true.
What if they came true this time?
We'll see. Let it surprise me.
I'll have to go and see Hanush now.
So I heard. Farewell for now, Henry.
I don't know any Hebrew prayers. And I don't want to insult your faith. I'll pray as best as I know how.
Open your merciful arms.
Lord Almighty, our Father in heaven, grant peace to my deceased brother Samuel. He had a different faith, but he deserves your mercy. I didn't have time to get to know him as well as I'd like. But he was a good man, and didn't deserve to die, even though you've called him to you. Don't let him suffer too long in purgatory, and don't let his memory ever die. To you and all the saints, I swear, I'll never forget him. Amen. We'll take you to Colleen, and there you'll have a proper funeral. Farewell, Sam. Here, Mutt!
Aye, aye, you silly doggy. You're my doggy, eh? Aye, aye, you silly doggy.
I feel I've been away for an age.
You see, and it's only been a couple of weeks. Nothing changes in such a short time, though I have a lot of work ahead of me. Henry, have you already paid your respects to Sam? Come here, then.
I did the best I could for my brother.
It is done. May the earth rest lightly on him, or whatever the Jews say.
Rest in peace, Sam.
So now, to the reason I wanted to talk to you. As you no doubt know, there's a big change in store for Hans. He's getting married.
He has to get married.
Has to, wants to, it doesn't matter. He's going to. As you can see, he's none too...
He'll get used to it in time.
Thanks a lot.
That's just what I've been telling him. It's clear that if it were up to him, he'd keep putting off the wedding in the hope I'd change my mind. But I won't. I've given my word to Lord Botsek of Kunstad, and I don't break my word. So your job, Henry, when the time comes, is to make sure the wedding actually takes place. And if our young lord refuses, you have my permission to drag him kicking and screaming to the altar if need be. After all, who else should take care of him other than the young lord's squire, eh?
That's right. Who else? I'll make sure he doesn't run away or something.
Excellent. Agreed.
And when is it supposed to happen?
You'll find out in good time. In the meantime, stay in these parts till Butchek and I arrange all the details with Herald.
I thought we were going back to Rasai.
We'd just be losing time. I'll give you coin so you can find decent quarters and have enough to live on. Radzig also agrees you'll stay with Capon as his right-hand man.
All right. Where is my father, in fact?
Somewhere in the fields outside the village. He took his unit to rout the last of the Pragas. They should be back around now, I reckon. You could go to meet him. He'll definitely be pleased to see you. He'll want to hear how you fared today. And he won't be disappointed if you ask me. Go with God, then.
It looks like Hanush is serious about the wedding.
That can't be helped. There are worse things, though. I'm really sorry about what happened to Sam, Henry. I have to admit, I wasn't that keen on him at first. Maybe I was a bit jealous, but after all we went through together, it's really terrible.
What did Hanush...
Various things. You don't need to know everything, Henry.
Oh, come on. You can tell me. You know you've always been able to rely on me. Now, maybe we've had the odd quarrel, but that's water under the bridge now. Your secret's safe with me.
Secret? Ugh, I don't know if you can call it a secret. I'd say it's already the talk of the town in Ratai. Hanush told me he has no intention of handing over what's mine. Not until I get married, at least.
Wasn't he supposed to hand it over when you reach maturity? No strings attached?
Yes, he was. And I'm not happy. But what can I do? Have him dragged before the king's court? Either I fulfill his condition, or I force him to drop it. Oh, I have to think this through.
What was it like before we turned up?
It was fucked up. I was hit by an arrow. And then, we were just stuck in the fortress with no food. But you know what? I didn't even remember Nabokov. That escape through the crypt from the Italian court cured me.
I'm glad to hear it.
You arrived in the nick of time in any case.
What about your injury?
Godwin pulled the arrow out straight away. It didn't go in too deep, thankfully. I was wearing armor, and in the fray, I didn't even think of it. It's only starting to hurt now, in fact.
You'll be all right.
Of course I'll be all right. What do you mean?
You managed to save the...
Only just. Another moment and they'd have discovered it. You arrived in the nick of time. This must be the richest fucking fortress in the kingdom. But money isn't everything. We're alive. Sigismund is fucked. We won.
What are we going to do about the...
What can we do? You heard what Hanush said. He doesn't want anyone to accuse him of not keeping his word. He promised Bocek he'd marry me to his niece, and that really fucking annoys me. I'm still young. I want to have fun. And instead of that, I have to marry some wench I've never seen. Also, she's bound to be ugly. She'd have been married off ages ago otherwise. Damn it!
I wouldn't be so pessimistic.
Aye. But on the other hand, she's rich.
Yeah, maybe she'll be pretty as well.
No chance. I'm not that lucky. I've been thinking, though. If I get married and have a son, I'll name him after you.
After me?
Heinrich.
In German?
Ah, you see, it's in fashion at court these days. And what have you you got to complain about? You should be pleased. Or would you rather I name him Vacalin?
No, I'm pleased. Honestly. I hope he turns out to be a great man.
Of course he will. He'll take after me. He'll perform great deeds, you can be sure of that.
What are your plans now?
I'm in no hurry for the courtship, believe you me. I'm going to hole up somewhere, at the Devil's Den, say, and I'll have fun while I can. And when the time comes and Hanush summons me for the courtship, I'll send a message saying I'm seriously ill.
Do you think he'll fall for it?
I'm sure he will the first time. Then we'll see.
You could do something that makes Yitka not want you.
Good idea.
I'll have to be on my way. Stay strong.
I will. Send my regards to Radzik.
Go with God, then. And don't forget what we...
Safe journey, Hanush. And send my regards to Bernard.
Here, Mutt!
Good boy. Good boy. Come here, boy. Aye, come here.
What have you?
Prague's dead commander is inside. I've had a message sent to Yost, so don't worry about it.
I spent all this time chasing you, and you die in your sleep. I had other plans for you. Well, at least I don't have to get my hands dirty. And anyway, you'll burn in hell forever for what you did.
The story is ended. So, are you happy now?
Happy? I don't really know. We may have won in the end, but the road to victory was hard.
So you realize the price you had to pay?
War is a dirty business. No one has the power to change that. I didn't understand that before. But I do now.
I know that feeling. I tried to tell you about it, but I reckon there are some things you've got to figure out for yourself.
For instance, revenge.
And that treacherous bastard Toth deserved to die.
So you gave him death. A merciless and cruel death.
Maybe you overdid the cruelty. But it's good that you didn't bother with Brabant, Owlitz and the others. It's better not to stoop to their level, but turn the other cheek. And not yield to evil.
The other cheek? Are you a preacher now? Once you set off down that path of revenge, Henry, I thought you'd keep going to the very end. For all of us. For Scarlet's.
You're right, Ma. I made a mistake. I should have behaved like a warrior. Avenged you. And killed everyone who had a part in your death.
It's too late for that now.
You chose a different path than I'd like. But I'm not the one to judge you. I hoped you wouldn't make the same mistakes as me. But I suppose it's the times you live in.
In war, there are times when you only have bad choices and worse ones.
And still you managed to stay clean, Henry. You spared the innocent, even though it would have been easier to sacrifice them.
Malashov, Semyon, innocent people shouldn't have to die. I'm glad I found the courage to defy orders.
All right. You avenged an evil act. But you behaved like a bandit. Plundering and robbing poor wretches. Oh, my son.
Sorry. It would never have happened if I wasn't in such a bind. I'll pray for God's forgiveness.
Well, I suppose you're right. On the scales of good and evil, maybe the good you did outweighs the evil.
You should hope the Almighty will understand. And give you a chance to make amends.
Nothing's black and white. Sometimes you have to make tough decisions in life. And God alone can judge whether you made the right ones. But in the end, you did it. You're a hero. You saved your friends. Capon, Rosa, the Jews, the whole of Sugdol. Only you weren't able to save Samuel.
I'm sorry. I had to decide whether to risk many lives to save one. There was no other way.
I understand. But it hurts. You've no idea how much.
Why didn't you tell me about Samuel?
Because I didn't know. I just had an inkling. They took Sarah away on account of me, and I had no idea where to look for her.
You can be proud of him.
It seems this chapter of your life is over. You're a grown man now. What are you going to do?
You were right back then. This life isn't for me. I'll settle down. Maybe start a family of my own. I've had enough adventure to last a lifetime. Besides, someone's got to rebuild Skalitz.
What, you want to go back home? And do you want to live alone?
I'll stay with Catherine. She needs me. We're like, me and her.
I hope you'll be happy with her.
She's old enough to be your mother.
Martin.
But that might not be a bad thing. Well, whichever way your path leads, take my advice. Watch out for that Eric. I don't think he's going to forget you anytime soon.
Don't worry. I won't forget him either.
Well, it's time to say goodbye.
Farewell, Henry.
God go with you, son. I've a feeling you've got a lot ahead of you.
Will I ever see you again?
Who knows?
We've had so little time for each other.
Good luck. You'll need it.
So, this time it seems it really is the end.
Father.
You did it. You got them. Toth, Van Owlets. Even that damned scavenging ginger fox is gone. Your mother and Martin would surely be proud of you.
Perhaps. In a way.
Of course they would. You avenged them. You prevented a war. You saved a lot of people, and after all that, you're still in one piece. That's not a bad performance for an ordinary bastard. You even succeeded in getting that adventurous sword of ours back.
Your sword.
It all started with this. Martin truly was a brilliant blacksmith. It sings so nicely. But it's not singing for me. It's yours, son.
It's yours.
As you wish.
So what happens now?
Now we get on with life. Do you remember what I told you before? That there are some things in the world worth living for. Blue skies, warm sunshine, green grass underfoot, beautiful girls, good wine,
good people, and a fine steed underneath your backside.
Enjoy it while you can. I can assure you nothing lasts forever. And if you're missing the excitement now, which I'm sure you are, you can be certain that it will find us itself someday. I believe that there are still interesting times ahead of us. By the way, that buxom lass that you were with?
What, Catherine? Come on. She's old enough to be my mother.
So what? I think you could do with a bit of mothering. Besides, a well-built lass like that, she'll see you through the hardest of times.
No. I'm telling you, Jai Devil is a hell of a marksman. I'd bet my right arm that, drunk as he is, he could still hear anything you care to point out. Remember Von Orlitz?
Now, if you really bet your right arm...
In fact, I will go further. Hinek.
Your crossbow.
Come in, Rayon! I heard about some William fellow who shot an apple off someone's head. Or was it Walter?
At least take that.
Okay. Oh, come on!
Shut up! You're wasted. Never seen you this bad. Come on! Shut up!
This will go down in history.
You fucking moron!
Fuck.
What is it?
Sire, I bear news from the Italian court. There's been a robbery.
What?
Apparently Margrave Yob's people, they freed the hostages and stole all the silver and vanished.
All our silver?
All of it, but that's not all, sire. Word has come that Jobst is mustering an army and is planning to go to the aid of Kuttenberg.
Oh, that treacherous little whore. That snake. That fucking turncoat! Get out! What are you still standing there? Spit it out!
Sire, Ladislaus of Naples, he's declared himself king of Hungary and lays claim to your lands. He landed at Zadar with an army.
Anything else?
Well, your Cumans plundered the estates of the House of Wallstein. The widow Anna is demanding compensation.
Compensation?
compensation she wants. That little widow? And how are we supposed to pay that when there's no one even capable of guarding our treasury in the middle of fucking town? Anything else?
No, sire, that's all, sire.
This fucking country! Fucking Bohemian! Hard-headed, insidious vermin! Let the whole fucking earth of them rot in their own goddamn! We're going back to Hungary. Get packed immediately and give the orders.
Sire, how am I to pay the wages of the Prague troops?
Do you know what happened to our silver from the Italian court?
I do.
Then fucking get it back! Give it to the Pragas for all we care. Do whatever you like with this accursed Czech silver.
But sire, I would need something to see.
I need to plow too, you know.
What are your plans now?
Now? Now we'll wait. I'll leave any further negotiations to Jobst. It's not over yet. The King and Prokop of Luxembourg are still prisoners, and it's hard to say whether Sigismund will want to release them. And that's why I'd like to have a...
Oh?
About your... I've commanded countless men, and no doubt I'll command many more. You have something the others didn't. I know you're still in the service of Lord Perkstein and have duties to carry out in that regard, but I wanted to tell you, if that ever changed, I would be honored if you stood by my side as my right-hand man.
That would be an honor for me as well, Zizka. Thank you for your trust. I have to stay with Capon for now, but we'll see what the future brings.
I understand. You don't have to decide right now.
What did you think of the...
Nothing. But even through the fortress walls, I could hear they didn't have a chance against you.
You could tell that by what you heard.
I hear the grass grow. With eyes closed if necessary. That comes in very handy when you're captured and blindfolded.
I heard we managed to save the silver.
Only just. They almost got their hands on it, the bastards. Luckily, you arrived in time. I know this isn't much of a consolation, but a share of it is yours.
I hate sweeping.
So, I went to see my brother and talk about the inheritance.
But your father's still alive, isn't he?
Aye, but his rule himself, and he gets this feeling that his time's nearly up. Nearly
God! Go! God! Go!
Creeping.
Go!
Whoa! Whoa!
Go! Quick! Ka! Ka! Ka!
Whoa! Whoa!
I'm not interested. This is about money. What? Go on then. He wants to release us again. Damn you. That's
John Deere after another.
What did I do to you?
I know well enough what you... Are you blind?
You again.
I was wondering if you'd lend me your bullock when it's time to sow winter grains.
I need to plough too, you know.
What if you lent me the bullock on the Lord's Day? You're not going to plough on Sunday, are you?
No, and nor should you.
I'd like to learn it.
A fine idea, and that's why I don't give out. And was...
And couldn't you?
Now.
Aye, and Sigismund's lounging about in the monastery, shagging the nuns while we suffer.
That's it.
You, my friend, look like you appreciate good wares when you...
I'd rather...
Well, get this.
What?
Upon my soul. He says he's not fussy about who he'll eat either. There's a huge reward for their
Well...